Hi everyone. So my research continues looking at the Jamestown settlers and the Powhatan Indians and their relationship building, and in attempting to answer the question, what was that turning point that led to the English settlement increasing and the fall of the Powhatan Confederacy? So I found three excellent sources from the Oxford Scholarship Archives, and the first one is Why Have You Come Here? And it's the Jessups and the first evangelicalization of the Native Americans. So using primary sources from the Jessups and the Civil Archives, Nicholas Crusher establishes how the first meetings went, what was their first encounters between these two worlds, how the Jessups balanced this idea of colonization, conquering with conversion of the Native Americans to Christianity, and also what were the outcomes of those encounters. Strengths in this research was that this provided a complete narrative of this pre-Jamestown encounters and gave an excellent context for setting up what the Jamestown settlers came into meeting with the Powhatan Indians. The weakness of the research is it does not particularly cover the American Indian perspective very well. A second source was the uh, the Indian Great Awakening, Religion and the Shaping of American Cultures in Early American, and it's by Lidford Fisher. So this actually covers from 1660 to about 1800, and it's based in the New England area and the Native Americans who were there. And research suggests from this research that the American Indians began actually kind of assimilating into the European culture and buying into that European culture, especially in regards to land ownership, religion, and also education. So, having once really rejected any kind of uh, missionary work and becoming Christians, they began to attend churches, Christian churches. They began to letting the Europeans educate their children and so forth. Later, they did an attempt to break free from the European traditions, but what they did is they kept their Christianity with them, and a lot of them formed their own churches and they formed their own schools that were based on this new infusion of European ideas and culture. So the strength of this book is definitely the tracing of this American Indian and their religion and culture, and those shifts that were changing along the way during that time frame. The weakness, although it gives us insight into things that could have been happening in regards to the Powhatan Indians and the English settlers in Jamestown, it doesn't specifically talk about them. So it's weakness of the research. So my third source was I found very valuable. Is cross-cultural research, and it's by Jorge Deve, and it provides researchers a framework for conducting research in culturally sensitive areas, which this would more than likely fall into that. So it provides direct applications of different research methods. So it's understanding that culture is ever changing, it's very fluid, and there is a dire need to avoid generalizations. So the strengths of it was basically direct usage for me. The entire chapter 2 is devoted to conducting mixed method research in regards to American Indians. So all three of these, and I really didn't find any weakness other than some parts of the book I might not be able to use. So all three of these resources are very valuable to me as I continue my research process. Thank you.